Question 1. How to determine what packages are installed on a system? Answer. For distributions that use RPM format packages, use the command $rpmqa. Question 2. What software does Linux support? Answer. Linux runs all of the standard open source utilities like GCC, Xemacs, the X Windows system, all the standard Unix utilities, TCP/IP, including slip and PPP, and all of the hundreds of programs that people have compiled or ported to it. There is a DOS emulator called DOSEMU that lets Linux run programs written for DOS. Question 3. Can Linux use TrueType fonts? Answer. Yes. There are a number of TrueType font servers for the X Windows system. One of them is XFSFT. Question 4. Can Linux run Microsoft Windows programs? Answer. If you need to run MS Windows programs, the safest bet is to dual boot Windows and Linux. LILO, the Linux bootloader, can boot one of several operating systems from a menu. Booting Windows is obviously the most reliable way to run all your Windows programs. See the LILO documentation for details on dual booting. Also, load Lint.exe, a DOS program to load a Linux or other OS kernel is one way to make Linux coexist with DOS. Load Lint.exe is particularly handy when you want to install Linux on a third or fourth drive on a system, or when you're adding a SCSI drive to a system with an existing IDE. In these cases, it is common for LILO's bootloader to be unable to find or load the kernel on the other drive. So you just create a C Linux directory or whatever, put load Lint.exe in it with a copy of your kernel, and use that. Load Lint.exe is a VCPI compliant program. Win95 will want to shut down into DOS mode to run it, as it would with certain other DOS protected mode programs. Earlier versions of load Lint.exe sometimes required a package called realbios.com, which required a boot procedure on an almost blank floppy to map the interrupt vectors prior to the loading of any software drivers. Current versions don't seem to ship with it, and don't seem to need it. Question 5. How do I install GNU software? Answer. On a correctly configured system, installing a GNU software package requires 4 steps. With the source.tar.gz archive in the /usr/src/ directory, or wherever you maintain your source files, untar and decompress the package with the command tarzxpf package name.tar.gz. Run the /configure script in the untarred source archive's top-level directory with whatever command line arguments you need. The options that configure recognizes are usually contained in a file called install or readme. Run make. This will build the source code into an executable program or programs, and may take a few minutes or a few hours, depending on the speed of the computer and the size of the package. Run make install. This will install the compiled binaries, configuration files, and any libraries in the appropriate directories. Question 6. Where can I find Kermit for Linux? Answer. Kermit is distributed under a non-GPL copyright that makes its terms of distribution somewhat different. Question 7. Where can I find Lint for Linux? Vertical bar Lint for Linux. Answer. Roughly equivalent functionality is built into GCC. Use the wall option to turn on most of the useful extra warnings. See the GCC manual for more details. Type F1i in Emacs and select the entry for GCC. Question 8. Database backup and restore? Answer. The database backed up on the security management platform SMP can be restored to the SMP of the same version. For example, you can restore the database that is backed up on 2.63_en_build 2015-11-06 only to 2.63_en_build 2015-11-06. Question 9. Does it matter if a log4j error is displayed? Answer. The error marked in the red box does not affect the normal operation of the SMP. Such information is displayed during the startup of Tomcat. Question 10. Can the SMP be connected to a third-party NAS for web authentication? Answer. The third-party NAS device should support the China Mobile Portal 2.0 protocol. For example, on a H3C switch, if the following command can be run, it can be used to connect with an SMP. Serve your immediate needs with our foresight and trends. The supported H3C switches include H3C WX3024, H3C WX5004, and H3CWX5510. Question 11. Can SMP support integrate with multiple third-party identity centers or add domains? Answer. SMP does not support integrate with third-party identity centers of different types. For example, if both the Lightweight Directory Access Protocol (LDAP) protocol and Active Directory (AD) domain exist, the SMP support integrate with only one of them. However, the SMP support integrates with multiple AD domain servers. Q5. When adding users to the SMP, the system indicates that the license is insufficient, and the SMP Service Manager indicates that at most 0 online user is allowed. This message is displayed when the micro dongle is not correctly used. The micro dongle of the SMP and SNC is the same in look and may probably be misused. If the SNC micro dongle is used by fault, the SMP micro dongle can also be started, but the license displayed is incorrect. Question 12. What should I do if I forgot the password of the SMP admin? Answer. In SMP 2.63 and later versions, find the data table t_admin in the database SMPDB and change the field of admin password to 316901AE17FE07B76BF922CF5C and the password is reset to 11111111. You can also run update t_admin set password equals 316901AE17Fe07B76BF922CF5C where admin ID equals admin to reset the password.